What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Cha-Ching! Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. So, guys, this has kind of been a long time coming. I've heard about this book for a minute now. In fact, just kind of being the guy that loves the dark and the dastardly, I've had plenty of people tell me, hey, you should check out Blood Meridian, because I'm always trying to find that book that's too much. So I was hoping that this one might be the one. Ha ha ha. In all seriousness, guys, I think, I've had a little time to reflect, and I kind of wonder if trying to go into a book for just it being dark and dastardly is good or not. I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe I should just try to find something more than horrible shit to latch onto. I don't know. Anyway, getting back to the fucking book, let's talk about this real quick, because I had no clue what I was really jumping into. I didn't understand that Cormac McCarthy's writing was so highly praised. I didn't know that he was being, heralded as the greatest American author that is living today. There's just a whole lot of shit that I realized before I, jumped into this. So before I get into my review, I just want to say that this thing probably has the chances of reaching quite a few people that probably normally wouldn't watch my shit. So I just want to let you guys know that, hey, look, I'm just a dude that reviews dark and dastardly shit. Stuff with a dark tone, things that are fucked up, all that, I'm not a genius by any stretch there. So just know, that you might get a little mad that I didn't, find all that genius in this book. Ooh, there's a little fucking Easter egg for you, huh? Ooh, Mark didn't like the book? Let's get into it, okay? In Blood Meridian, we follow the character of the Kid, who is a young teenage boy living in 1849. Now, we follow the Kid through a series of events that take place in the U.S.-Mexico borderlands. And then this will cover everything from religious revivals gone wrong to, enlisting with the U.S. Army Irregulars, horrible ambushes, joining a scalper gang and their judge that has smoldering intensity, as well as just, overall acts of violence in every shape, form, manner. For real, guys, this is a very violent book, and how it plays out is very much like a piece of time in our own world, one that's maybe not so shiny, maybe one that's usually sanitized through film and book. So it's a hard little slice of reality pie in some aspects. Now, the first thing I really want to get into, which shouldn't be a surprise, is going to be McCarthy's writing, because his prose is powerful. Now, one of the things that led me to read this book, not only for its violent, content, was the fact that I became a huge R. Scott Baker fan, and I knew for a fact that he had carried this book around with him, as well as quoted it throughout his novels. So it was it being a huge inspiration to him, it created a lot of anticipation with me wanting to absorb it. And I wasn't surprised when his writing started slapping me upside the face in the most powerful and just awe-inspiring ways. This guy can describe the fuck out of a scene. Shit that will make, hair stand out up on your fucking arm, or just, it can fucking make your heart rate rise, or it could do a lot of goddamn things. It might even bring a tear to your eye, just even through detailing what the backdrop looks like. It's fucking amazing. But I do feel that there's a flip side to this little, strength of his writing. The guy doesn't use punctuation, quotation marks, commas. He doesn't use any of this shit, right? And personally, I don't care. I'm a dum-dum. I probably won't notice your typos or anything like this. He is doing this on purpose. Now, the thing that the whole reason why I'm bringing this up, yes, of course it doesn't bug me, so why am I talking about it? Because you guys are heralding this guy as a genius and the best writer ever. So what the fuck? He doesn't use punctuation. He's not even playing by the rules. Why does this bug me? Because I love breaking the rules. The more the merrier. But if any other writer, any other author did this, it'd be a goddamn witch hunt. You guys would light up their fucking social media about how much of a hack they are and they suck and they need to stop writing. That's you guys to anybody else but Cormac McCarthy. So why does he get this respect. I mean, his prose probably deserves it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I'm not this like literary genius, so this question pops up. I'm not mad at him. I just wonder, how is it that this guy is a cut above, but he's not even doing the basic shit? It's just a question. Keeping with this flip side of his writing, I also want to add, because this can kind of go either way. I felt that the story was very disconnected. It is told in present tense, but it's not like a tight third person or a first person story. It plays out well more like an account. But even something like the Silmarillion, where Tolkien is really able to pull off the emotion and bring you like this feeling of tragedy, everything in this book felt kind of cut off and disconnected. Yes, I understand logically that this violence and the horrific shit going down is bad. It's brutal. It's fucked up. But there was no emotional spark, no emotional connection for it to really feel real and kick me in the gut or make my heart feel heavy. And now this is maybe a good thing because of the massive amounts of violence and bloodshed and just all around, fuck. You know, if you were emotionally attached to everything in this book, you might need therapy after finishing it. So maybe it is a good idea that you're not emotionally attached to all that fucking shit going on. Just personally, for a guy like me who seeks out emotion, I look for things in music, in books, in movies that trigger emotional responses. So that's the kind of stuff I'm going for. And realistically, I didn't get that in here. Next, I want to talk about the characters, because though I don't really feel like this is a plot or character-driven story, I do think that it contains some very compelling or interesting characters, though I was kind of caught off guard. For one, I didn't give a shit about the kid. I know some people like the kid. I don't fucking care. Take him or leave him. He's just the guy there that's really giving us the, eyes on the thing. The accounts through the kid, so he's there to give us the story. Every other goddamn character I liked more than the kid, okay? So let's get into some of those other ones that I actually did like. Now, I liked Toadvine, even though he's a piece of shit. The thing, though, that bugged me about Toadvine was I had just recently read Black Company, and it's like Toad Killer Dog and Toadvine, and the names started getting mixed up. And that's on me and not on Cormac McCarthy. That's just because I'm reading so many goddamn books, and now that just so happen to have some similar names. So it did just take me out of the story, though, because every time I read this name, I thought about another book. Then we got probably my favorite character, which will probably surprise some of you, and that's Glanton, the fucking leader of the Glanton gang. This guy, to me, is the most realist character in the fucking book. I do believe that this book is loosely based off real people in history, and Glanton is one of them. I believe the judge is another. So Glanton is a total cocksucker, man. He's a dirtbag son of a bitch. But at the same time, like I said, he's the character that I felt was really bringing things to life. Every time he was in the story, it felt real. And for something where I was feeling disconnected, boy, did I latch on to anything that had Glanton in it. Now, obviously, most people are really going to talk and scream about the judge, Judge Holden. Now, this guy, fucking big old bald bastard that is just frightening. Some people say he's the devil. And after reading this book, you might consider him the devil yourself. The thing about the judge, though, is like he is another asshole, son of a bitch character that probably does embody pure evil. But at the same time, you start to kind of understand the situation that they're living in. The judge really saves these guys' lives. And this is kind of like one of the things I noticed is like living in this era, it almost takes somebody like the judge to keep you alive. You know what I mean? Your survival is kind of dependent on these rough and tough and just psychopathic people, because there's no other way to get through just this rough and tough living, I guess. You know what I mean? Especially if you're putting yourself in these situations. Now, the thing I love about the judge is obviously his dialogue, his monologuing. Everyone's going to rant and rave about that, especially towards the end. But the one line that he has in here that just sticks in my head and I'll never be able to shake it loose is the one where he's talking about animals and birds. And he's like, the freedom of birds insults me. I love that fucking line. It is great. Amongst many of the other lines that the judge spits out, the judge and Glanton are really what really, as far as character, that's where the meat is, in my opinion. The last thing I want to get into is just the overall tone and vibe that this kind of book gives off. I mean, let's face it, guys, even if you haven't read this book, you've probably heard about it. Blood Meridian has a reputation for being too dark, too violent, too brutal, too fill in the blank, right? So now after reading it, I have to admit, I was surprised personally. But let's face it, my threshold is pretty goddamn high. I live in the filth. So, a big thing for me is that emotional disconnect. So that was surprising for me. But what I want to convey to you guys is don't make this book the boogeyman, okay? Yes, it is violent and all that. It is horrible and all that. It's just all this shit, right? That can be too much. But it is not too much. I feel like that disconnected bit really helps guide the reader through this tragic time in our country where shit like this actually went down. That being said, if you're squeamish, probably not the book for you. If you're somebody that can get behind violence, but it has to be for a good cause, probably not the book for you. Okay? Now, as far as my 2 cents for the slow and the struggling, my answer is kind of split here. For the struggling reader, I would say no. I would definitely pump your brakes before jumping into a book like this. Yes, the page count is low, but the fucking density is high. This thing is massively dense. Yes, that powerful prose comes with a fucking cost, man, and that's being dense is all holy fuck. So if you're not paying attention, you could easily lose track and just miss out on some of the beauty that McCarthy is trying to slap you in the face with. I just feel like you're really going to miss out on a lot of stuff. This is not what you want to be jumping into. You need something more digestible, something that you can sink your hooks into and really understand and get through with ease, not with difficulty. Now, if you're a slow reader, though, you have no struggles. You're just like, man, I have a hard time reading, getting through a book because I'm so slow, or I have a hard time finding time, I have a life. If that's your issue, then yes, I would say that this is a possibility that you might want to pick this one up just because of goddamn all the high praise. And I can say that there are things about the book that I highly praise. I don't find it an overall 5-star read, but there are definitely some aspects in it that were fucking 5 stars. And I do see that there are many people out there that highly praise this. So you might just find it to be that mind-blowing fucking book that changes your life. So slow readers could be worth your time. All right, guys. As always, thank you for spending some time down here at the channel. And to Cormac McCarthy, I salute you, sir. Obviously, you're a genius, maybe too genius for me, though I do understand the power of your prose, because it smacked me so hard I almost got knocked the fuck out. All right, sir? All right. To all you clicking away on your keyboard right now saying, you don't understand, you're a dumb fuck, you should fucking die, stop reading, or pick up Dr. Seuss, you stupid. Guys, you know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking bullshit you. If I'm not feeling a book, I'm not going to force feed you a bunch of fucking bullshit. I'm not going to lie to you, all right? This is my honest opinion. I like the book. I do not find it phenomenal. Is it dark? Fuck yeah. But was it so dark I wanted to back out? No, not even fucking near, dude. In fact, I felt Baker went way further. But that's a whole nother fucking, whole nother video. All right? So, if you need to, go ahead and drop your fucking hate. I get it. McCarthy is a god to some of you. I'm just trying to fucking speak a little truth, all right? Just my fucking dirty old opinion, all right? All right. Well, I would say please like and subscribe, but you guys are probably shooting fucking holes in your TV or your computer screen right now at me, so there's probably no chance of that, huh? Well, better luck next time. Till then, you know what time it is. Peace.